Me something where I can I need to give me some more storage. But like I was saying, there's something about can you see they built this home and then they're meditating. They're in this peaceful, calm state. There's something about you creating this type of space for yourself. You creating this type of energy for yourself. This safety and body, but it's the house you built is your body. It's this shield over your body that you've created through loving yourself, through opening your heart chakra. You've been connecting more to this energy of peace, home, and joy within self. And since you've been connecting more and more to this energy, you just are magnetizing everything you want closer and closer to you, because you are starting to embody the energies of what you want, what you've been wishing for years, what you've been waiting for a very long time, what you've been wanting to connect to for a very long time. You've been connecting to simply because you are now more comfortable in your skin. You feel more available in your skin. You feel more safe with who you are. You feel more safe to be who you are. You feel more open. You feel less scared to be who you are authentically. You feel less scared to be the version of you that is fully open and fully you're just becoming more of who you've always wanted to be. I'm hearing since you were a child. Since you were a child, you always wished to have this type of energy, or you had this type of energy when you were a child, and through certain circumstances, this energy was kind of taken away from you. And this is just you remembering that safety that you once had as a child. You're becoming more connected to that inner child energy. You're becoming more connected to that inner strength and inner love and inner guidance. There's something about your intuition becoming more stronger, and you trusting that intuition, and you moving through that intuition and guiding yourself fully in that embodiment and in that energy. There's something about you choosing to carry love and abundance from within versus telling yourself an old story that is ran out. I feel like you're no longer telling yourself those old limited stories, and you're moving in a whole new energy. And this energy you're moving in, it's been building up slowly, but it's been creating this stable home that is magnetizing everything you desire to you with ease, with love, with grace. And I'm hearing that this always was meant to be an internal thing before an external thing. It was always meant to show internally first. So even if you don't see it in your external environment, but I have a feeling that you're starting to see bits and signs. Even if you're not seeing straightly externally, just in yourself, you're starting to see signs in yourself of your growth and of your expansion of who you are becoming. You're starting to see some types of signs, even if that's videos like this. You're seeing some type of signs that is reflecting what you've been building internally. You have to be. I feel it. I feel like you're not alone, because you're not telling yourself those old stories anymore. There's something about you having more joy for life, more joy for what you love, more joy for who you are, more joy for abundance, more joy for happiness, more just joy. I'm hearing the word joy. I'm so joyful. There's something about you being just more happy, more positive, more uplifting, and this energy is coming naturally. I feel like this energy is not it doesn't feel stagnant. It doesn't come from, I don't feel like this is a forceful energy. I feel like this is very natural for you at this time. Very natural. There's something about you being so connected right now at this time, so connected with yourself, with humanity, with life, with love, with abundance. You're just feeling more connected to what's really meant for you and what is divinely designed for you. Yeah. Do you want me to any other cards? I always pick out my cards. I never do this for real, but I mean, I just started, so is it really? Take out that one, and I'm healing just like to go again. There's something about you no longer telling yourself old stories that was disconnecting you from, like, it was, if you kept listening to those old stories, you would have went back into that old storyline. Color yellow is significant because look at what's sticking out. Oof, there's too much energy out. I always flip my cards back. Yeah, like something about nurturing yourself that is making you very magnetic at this time. Something about nurturing who you are, nurturing your peace. For some reason, I feel called to read a passage out of this book. This is the Four Agreements. Sorry, I haven't read this book in a while, so. Okay. As the teacher speaks, you feel poison come up inside you, and you don't realize you see the teacher through the eyes of a person who gave you that gossip. Then you start talking to other people in the class about this, and they start to see the teacher in the same way. As a jerk, and a pervert. You really hate the class, and as soon you decide to drop out, you blame the teacher, but it is gossip that is to blame. All of this mess can be caused by one little computer virus. One little piece of misinformation can break down One piece of misinformation can break down communication between people, causing every person it touches to become infected and contagious to others. Imagine that every single time others gossip to you, they insert a computer virus into your mind, causing you to think a little less clearly every time. Then imagine that in an effort to clean up your own confusion and get some relief from the poison, you gossip and spread these viruses to someone else. Now imagine this pattern going on in a never-ending chain between all humans on Earth. The result is a world full of humans who can only read information through circuits that are clogged with a poisonous, contagious virus. Once again, this poisonous virus is what the Tolex called the Listen. I'm a little neurodivergent. Sometimes reading is a little stressful for me, and certain words confuses me. But the chaos of 1,000 different voices all trying to talk at once. Even worse are black magicians or computer hackers who intentionally spread the virus. Think back to a time when you or someone you know was angry with someone else and desired revenge. In order to seek revenge, you said something to or about that person with the intention of spreading poison and making that person feel bad about him or herself. As children, we do this quite thoughtlessly, but as we grow older, we become more calculated in our efforts to bring other people down. Then we lie to ourselves and say that the person person received a punishment just for their wrongdoings. When we see the world through a computer virus, it's easy to justify the cruelest behaviors. Oh my goodness, it's crazy because this was just what I was thinking. Because see, this is not me talking about anybody, but I used to watch a channel, and on that channel, it was just really, like I said, it was a more older energy. And I remember it was just energy of talking about other people, like talking about how other people want to bring you down, how other people want to drag you down. Like it's like this spiritual channel that just talks about basically blaming others for whatever energetically is going on with you, whatever energetically is going with self. And I feel like that was me poisoning my mind, because in a way I started to blame others and project my insecurities onto others because of what I thought was going on, when in reality sometimes it was people, but for the most part it was energy just going on in my head that I haven't cleared out, and I just wanted something to blame or something to find to, you know, make myself feel better in that energy. So I feel like it's really important, whatever content you're consuming is not something that has to do with like downing other people or downing yourself. Make sure you're not consuming too much content that is dealing with downing others or downing yourself, because that is taking away from your power, that is taking away from what you can create. Because like I said, you are a master manifester, so you don't want to manifest more of that negative energy in. You don't want to manifest people talking about you, or people being envious of you, or people energetically, being tied to you, or whatever videos or content that, was like that. And like I said, it's a virus. Like that type of negativity, that type of energy can really consume you. That type of energy can really consume you and take your power away, which is why I feel like it's just so important to watch what you're watching, pay attention to what you're watching, and be intentional with what you're watching, especially at times when when you feel like you're just taking in knowledge, if that makes sense. I'm not saying everything you have to watch is like inspirational or informational, but what I'm saying is that if you're watching certain content when you're in a certain mood that is energetically draining you or taking away from you or creating more of the energy that you don't want, be careful of that. You know what I mean? Be more intentional with what you're watching. Be more intentional with what you're connecting to. Be more intentional with what you're doing. And be more intentional with yourself. Is very significant. So, yeah. Love thyself enough to listen to the right content at the right time, so you can get everything you need and deserve and desire from whatever energy you're trying to create. This card was poking out. I think we're gonna just do this card. I don't want to make this video too long. Not sorry. The Death card. You see how beautiful that is? Yeah, you're ending the cycle of that type of energy of getting caught in the wrong energy, being caught into that energy. I feel like this just ties in with the depth of that type of energy of watching content or consuming things or being in the energy of things, or being not even like just content. This is what you're surrounding yourself in. So no longer surrounding yourself in certain energy, or no longer tolerating certain things that you used to before that drained you and took away from your power and took away from that ability to be the most highest version of yourself, that ability to be the most connected to yourself, the ability to be who you are meant to be. My throat chakra is really starting to hurt at this time. I'm telling you, there's something very significant every time I say that and I see the water come up. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But I think that's it. I don't feel called to pull out anything more. And if I do, it's probably gonna be for a separate video. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Y'all have a beautiful night, day, whatever. And yeah, bye. Oh my god.